Vikrant, welcome to Desimartini. How are you?
Hi, Mahima. So good to see you after a very long time. Very well. What about you?
It's so good to see you because after your last film, which was a riot, Chauda Fere, now we are going to see you in Forensic, which I'm really scared about and very excited as well about it because the trailer was so scary. I want to start by asking you, how excited are you for it?
Kind of excited, kind of nervous because it's a very special film. Um, I hope people enjoy watching this film. I really hope they get inspired. The youth gets inspired to sort of venture into the field of forensics and probably do something.
Great. Tell us a little bit about your character, Johnny, because he's a little quirky.
Yeah, he's very quirky. He's got his own set of eccentricities. He's someone who's always loved being at the crime scene. He feels so much more at home when he's at a crime scene. He's really someone who's extremely curious, but also very sensitive at the same time. So once you see the film, you see beyond the quirk, beyond the eccentricities, and understand as to why he is the way he is. And and yeah, and he's a
Great.
forensic officer. That goes without saying.
Wonderful. So, what drew you to this project?
Uh, so when my producer Mansi Bagla and Varun Bagla, when they reached out to me uh, with Forensic, the original Forensic, they had acquired the rights for that film. And when I saw the film, I saw a tremendous potential and possibility to be adapted in Hindi, to share that world, to share that story, and also entertain people, with this edge of the seat psychological thriller. You can also call it an investigative thriller. So I saw tremendous potential, and I thought that because, unfortunately, at the same time, as much as I think the entertainment factor was bang on when I saw the original, I also recognized one unfortunate fact that not a lot is spoken about in cinema about forensic officers or the world of forensic science. There are very few reference points. So so that's primarily, these two reasons were the main reasons for me to come on board. And then when Radhika came on board, when Vishal Furia, our director, came on board, these are two people. Radhika, I've always wanted to work with. uh, Always had these hits and misses, but could never materialize into something. Vishal is someone I thoroughly enjoy working with. I've extensively, worked with him on criminal justice, and I think both of us understand each other's space. And this is exactly his forte. This genre is his forte. So it was already in safe hands. And considering all these things, I decided that yes, it is one story that should be told.
Wonderful. So, how was your experience of working with Radhika Apte?
Fantastic, fantastic. As I said, we always wanted to work together. So finally, it materialized into Forensic, and I thoroughly enjoyed working with her. She's one of the easiest actors to work with. She's such an effortless actor. She's so effortless in her craft. I really admire her for her worldview, for the way she performs, because she just switches on and she switches off in an instant. And she's thoroughly gifted as an actor, and I thoroughly enjoyed working with her, watching her perform, and probably learned a lot of things through her.
Well, we are very excited about watching two versatile actors together. All right, so like we spoke about the trailer, it's a little scary, it's a little edgy. I really wanted to watch the whole thing at one go, but I couldn't because I was so scared by the end.
Really?
Yeah. So I
Wow.
have to ask you, how challenging was it for you? Did it affect you mentally, since it was a psychological thriller? And how difficult was it for you to turn it on and then turn it off again whenever you like left the set?
Thankfully, it was not so consuming. It was not really excruciating for me to get in and out of this character. Uh, but there were days when, as you must have seen in the trailer, there are little girls who are disappearing, and you know, uh, so it was at moments pretty difficult for me to sort of see these young little girls, playing dead, or playing a corpse. So that was disturbing, but not excruciatingly difficult. What was more difficult was to get the precision of a forensic officer right. The meticulousness of a forensic officer, because it's a very sophisticated and serious profession. And as I said, because there is lack of reference points available, so I wanted it to be bang on, and that's where I focused most of my energy on.
Great. All right. Now I want to talk a little bit about your co-star, Radhika Apte. In a recent
Mhm.
interview, she revealed that she was suggested that she should get some work done at the beginning of her career. As a person who has been in the industry for over 15 long years now, how shocking was it for you to hear this?
Not at all shocking, because I've heard people say that. I know of people who've done that, but I don't think there's anything wrong in it. I think to each their own. Everyone has the freedom of choice. It is not something that is certified as illegal. Uh, it totally depends from person to person. If someone feels like getting something to their face or their body or anything for that matter of fact, it's entirely their call.
Great. That is so nice. I mean, that is such a different perspective.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
Okay. So now we're really excited about Forensic, but there's another film that you're shooting for right now, that's Gaslight. Is there anything you can tell us about it?
I'm not shooting for Gaslight. I've wrapped up Gaslight.
Oh,
Yeah, and I had a ball filming that. Uh, I've collaborated with Pavan Kriplani, who's the director of the film for the first time. Uh, and then it's again I'm actually I've collaborated with Tips and Akshay Puri for the first time, with Pavan for the first time, with Sara and Chitrangada ma'am for the first time, and it's again a psychological thriller, and I'm really looking forward to that.
how was your experience of working with Sara Ali Khan?
It was fantastic. I think she's one of the most vibrant people I've met, uh, and she's so intelligent. She's got such a firm head on her shoulders. She's someone who really inspires me in so many ways. And yeah, I had a ball working with her. I had a great time working
She's known to be a riot. I mean, all of her other co-stars have said it. Did she ever prank you or something like that on set?
She is a riot. She is a riot. As I said, she's a live wire. She's extremely vibrant, full of life. You know, but she never pranked me as such. I think we got along really well. Uh, yeah, but she never pranked me as such. No.
All right, okay. So the last year has been pretty fruitful for you with so many enjoyable back-to-back film releases. The fans have been so happy to see you in so many films on OTT.
Thank
Along
you.
with
Thank
your
you.
along with your talent and like a little bit of luck, would you credit OTT? I mean, the rise of OTT for this.
Absolutely, absolutely, without fail. I think the last 2 years have been tremendous. I couldn't have asked for more. Right at the onset of the pandemic, I still had 4 films in one calendar year, and I think I really recognize that blessing. And it continued into the next year as well, which was last year, and I couldn't have asked for anything more. Uh, Despite the fact that a lot of things did come to a standstill, I was still able to do something that I love the most, which is act and entertain the audiences, and I am thoroughly grateful and thankful for that.
Wow, that's great. Okay, so now my last question before taking your leave. I want to ask you, we are all very excited for Forensic, but what is Vikrant Massey watching on OTT right now?
Unfortunately, I'm not watching anything. I'm actually preparing for my next film as we speak, for which I am watching a lot of random clips from different shows, and there are different reference points. So for that, I am actually watching Mindhunter, and I'm watching the Ted Bundy tapes, and I'm watching a few archival footage, which are just random. So unfortunately, I'm not watching anything. One thing that I am following very diligently is the UEFA Nations League, the football championship that is being played currently in Europe. So that is one thing that I'm following, because it's the run up to the World Cup, and I love sports. Uh, I also started following the India South Africa T20 series, which started yesterday. So these are the things that I'm watching right now.
Wow, wonderful. Okay, thank you so much, Vikrant, for this lovely chat. As always, it was a really,
As
I mean, it was
always.
a pleasure talking to you.
Same here, Mahima. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so
Thank you
much.
for your
All
time.
the very best for Forensic. Very excited for it.
Thank you. Please watch it. Let me know what you think of it.
Definitely.
If you do plan to go on social media and share your point or your observation, please tag me. I'd love to know what you think.
Definitely. Very excited. All the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.